Welcome back to another video. Jonathan here at Shadow Foam, and this week we're back on our French Cleat quick and easy tool wall. Last week we fitted all of the French Cleat rails to the wall and we built all of these frames. Now these were IKEA picture frames which we modified and basically made them a lot more sturdy, so we can mount them on the wall with a French cleat and then we can put tools in them, and all of these little panels just lift off dead quick and easy. And we finished up by cutting this Shadow Foam logo in that center tool tray there. But this week we've got to do tools in all of the other 13 tool trays. So we're going to be laying out all of the foam inserts and figuring out what's going to be going in them first, and then it'll be time to cut some foam. So yeah, let's get all the tools out. Right, so we've just gone through all of the tools and we've filled up about, I'd say 10 of the tool frames already, and we've still got a few tools that we need to try and categorize. Basically what I want to do with these tool frames is it's all going to be mostly woodworking tools and measurement equipment and things that are quite small and light, but it's nice to just be able to grab them. So for example, this one here, we've got a 12-inch and a 6-inch speed square. All we've got to do is position it where you want it to go, put a little bit of light pressure so it doesn't move, and then essentially just cut around it. So we're using here a scalpel from one of our cutting packs. Now these cutting packs are available on the website to buy individually, or we also do include them with orders over £50 for free. And in that pack you'll get the anti-cut gloves that I'm wearing here, some flexible repair glue, so if you do make a mistake you can glue the foam back in place and then go again. You also get the scalpel that I'm using here and 5 blades, plus a sticker and some cutting instructions. So basically everything you need to get started cutting Shadow Foam. And as you can see here, all I've done is place the item where I want it to go, and then I've just cut around it lightly, making sure that the knife's perpendicular to the foam. And then once we've cut around it lightly, maybe 5-10 mil into the foam, we take the item away and then go back and cut deeper. And we want to be cutting down at least 20 mil here. So there we go, I've cut around both shapes. I can take the gloves off now. And all we want to do is start with one of these corners and just dig your finger in and then just start forcing the foam back. And you're just chasing that cut out, you're just following it along with your fingers. You're not grabbing it at one end and peeling it like a banana. You're looking to just almost force the foam apart and just follow it along, yeah, to peel it out. So the only consideration with this is, so that's going to fit in there lovely. Actually, to be honest, that's perfect. I was going to cut this lip here, because it's a speed square, we've got this lip. And I was going to cut it a little bit deeper there, but in actual fact 20 mil is perfect, and even on the wall vertical, even upside down, that's not going anywhere. So that's perfect. We'll do the other one now. And that should be perfect. Yeah, that's ideal. So that's our first one done, nice and quick. This is probably the easiest one, though, with only 2 items. The other one's going to take a little bit more cutting, but we can put that in a panel now and see what it looks like. That's the first one done, and that looks pretty good. We'll get it up on the wall. Oh yeah, I think that's a great starting point. That looks fab. Right, on to the next ones. Hey guys, have you subscribed to the Shadow Foam channel yet? If not, it would really help us out if you click that subscribe button below, and if you're enjoying the video, if you click the little notification bell, it'll give you a little notification next time we put a video live. So that being said, let's get back to the build. So we're going to do 2 liners at the same time here, because we've got very similar items. These are compressed air tools, and we're kind of trying to figure out the layout across the 2. I mean, this is probably a good time to speak a little bit about layouts. And essentially what we're looking for is even spacing, and we're looking for items to kind of flow together. So you can see here where we've got kind of a little bit of negative space around this pin nailer, we're trying to put in this little compressed air nozzle, which is the same category, but we're trying to just fill up that negative space. So it's almost like a little bit of a jigsaw. And same here, we've got a bit of negative space here, so we can just take this little air tool and fill up that negative space. And then these little small items, these are the little tips for this air nozzle, we can just fill up this negative space with those. And we want to maintain even spacing. So if we're going for, with the big items, we've got maybe a 15mm, 12mm gap around. And when you get to the smaller items, you can tend to have a smaller gap to keep that balance. And then on this side, we've got loads of little bits. This is like a little deburring tool. And all of these bits, we don't really want to cut them individually in foam, because when you use them, the shape's going to change, or they might break and we might lose them. So I had this old case, this was from some old router bits, and I had it saved, and we're going to cut that into foam here. So that means all of those little attachments and parts can go in that box. We know where they all are, and they're up on the wall with the tool that uses them. So yeah, let's get cutting. Right, so we've done this first insert out of the two. We'll just finish it off with some finger pulls and then we can put it up in the wall. So to do finger pulls, you can see that quite a lot of these items here we haven't got any finger pulls in. And that's because they've all got little holes in them, or a little way to get the tools out. Like these planes are all proud of the foam, so they're going to be easy to get in and out. However, with this, because we've had to cut it quite tight in the wall because there's a fair bit of weight in it, we are going to need a finger pull. So we've got one of our stencil sets, and these are basically just circles and then radiuses. And it's a little set of 3 that we sell, and we're going to use this bigger circle gauge here, and we're going to be putting a fair size circle finger pull at the top of this box. So we're going to go for a 46mm finger pull, and we're going to center it up. Here we go. So we're going to go halfway on the circle, and it's 4.3, 4.5, so there's about perfect. So we'll just cut a finger pull there. And that's all we have to do, just follow that circle around and make sure we've cut it down deep enough so we can get a finger in there, and then that should just pull out. Same way as we've done everything else. We're also going to put a finger pull on this little deburring tool here. We'll take that out as well. And I think we will put a tiny little finger pull here, but on these 2 little spanners, we're going to use the ruler's width, we're going to put it right in the middle, and we're just going to cut either side. So that's how you do a finger pull, and that just makes it nice and easy to get in and out. We've also got the box which goes here, and that's also going to come out nice and easy. And then that's another one done. Right, so we're on to the last 4 tool frames now, and I'm really happy with the ones we've done so far. You might be asking yourself, why are all the tools red? Or you might think it's convenient that they're all red. Well, my favourite colour's red, and the brand colours are red, and over the years, I've kind of always had a leaning towards red tools. So even though these are all totally mixed brands, we've got an absolute plethora of brands here, from, Sealy, Steelman, SIP. These are kind of unbranded. They're similar to woodpecker tools, but they're like cheaper unbranded versions. And then we've got Facom and NCG, so it's all different brands, but obviously I like red, so I've kind of chosen red where I can. So up on here we've got all of our measurement tools, G-clamps, we've got the planes, we've got all of the compressed air tools, and over here we've got, this is a riv nut kit, which was also in a blow molded case, which I'm happy to get out the case, get it up on the wall. We've also got these, which are, so these like a plier that you use for putting in the wall anchors, which is very similar to a riv nut, so that's perfect in there. And then this is a automatic riveter that goes in a drill, which also works quite nicely in that tool frame. Over here we've got a bit more miscellaneous items. So on this one we've got some dovetail jigs, and we've got a pocket hole jig. This is obviously just a staple gun. So they're, again, woodworking tools, quite similar in the category. Over here we've got like measurement tools. This little tub is for all the spare batteries. We've got the caliper, we've got a level box, this is the stud finder we were using to put all the French cleats up. The only thing that's not red, actually, but I wouldn't want to buy another one because I had to get that one in a pinch so we could find the studs on this wall. And then over here we've got, this is a Japanese pull saw for fine woodworking, and then a few other miscellaneous items that will just fill this up. And the reason I quite like this one is it's the only other one that's got an angle to it. So we'll have that one at an angle, that one at an angle, and then they can go left and right, and it should hopefully help with a little bit of the symmetry and balance. Let's get to cutting the foam. Last 4 tool frames. Right, so that is the last tool frame insert that we've had to cut. That pocket hole jig there is a little bit deeper than most things, so I've had to cut that all the way through just so it sits nice and flush in there. But that is the last one done, so let's take that frame down. We'll pop that in there, and then we'll be able to see the finished look. And I'm really, really pleased with how this has come together. It's taken us, I'd say it's about 5 hours all told, but we have been stopping and starting a little bit. And obviously the layouts are a good portion of that, trying to figure out exactly where everything's going to go. But, yeah, wow. That looks the business. I'm really pleased with that. And I mean, the other thing is, we've taken a whole mountain of tools that we had in blow molded cases and boxes, and they're all a bit of a mess down in the corner, and we've got it all up on the wall. And I think it's not only is it really useful, it also makes a pretty awesome backdrop for some of our future videos. It's going to be really nice to have all of this in the red and black all behind us, so we're really pleased. Let us know in the comments what you think, and we'd love to hear if any of you guys are going to try and tackle a French cleat wall in this way. We'd love to hear your comments in the comment section below. So if you like the tool frame wall that we've just finished, why not check out some of the other videos we've got on the channel, including this workbench. We just built this a couple of weeks ago, and it's been a huge improvement to the space, and this was built from 3x2 and a piece of kitchen counter, and I think that's come out really nicely. But we've also got some other epic builds on the channel. We've got a huge scale electric track build we made, and then also this power tool wall, which we use every single day. It's a huge help for us in the workshop, and that video is live on the channel to go and watch right now. And if you like this sort of content, you like seeing tools getting super organised, why not subscribe to the channel? We'd love to have you, and it would hugely help us out here at Shadow Foam. So if you enjoyed that, we'll see you next time.